Hey, babe, what's going on? You don't answer my phone calls for 3 days, and then all of a sudden I get a mysterious message on my answering machine. Bobby, meet me at the park. I need to talk to you about something important. Don't I even get a kiss?
You may not want a kiss after you hear what I have to say.
You're not breaking up with me, are you, Amy?
No. It's nothing like that.
Don't tell me. You finally got that scholarship too.
Bobby, I'm pregnant.
You're what?
I'm pregnant.
You're kidding, right?
I wish I were.
How could this happen? We always use protection.
I don't know how it happened, Bobby. All I know is that I'm pregnant, and there's no doubt about it.
Oh, wow.
I've spent the last 3 days trying to figure out what to do.
What's to figure out? We'll just take you down to the family planning clinic and...
You mean abortion?
Well, sure. You're not really thinking about having the baby, are you?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
You can't be serious. Listen, let's just run down to the clinic. It will all be over in a couple of hours.
What will be over in a couple of hours?
You know, the procedure. They do it all the time. Come on.
Do you know what happens in an abortion, Bobby?
Well, sure. It's just a blob of tissue.
That's what the abortionists like to tell you. If I made as much money from abortions as they do, I might lie about it too. What I have growing inside of me is a life, Bobby. A human life.
It's certainly not a baby.
Even when it was just a few seconds old, it was already determined what its hair color would be, how tall it would be, when it grew up, what shape its nose would be, how intelligent it would be, whether it would have your athletic ability or my musical talent.
Amy, you can't bring an unwanted baby into the world.
That's another cliché created by the abortionists. But the fact is there is no such thing as an unwanted baby. I looked it up on the internet. One guy says there are at least 20,000 married couples who are desperate to adopt a baby. They don't even care what color it is, whether it's got all of its arms and legs, or even whether it's mentally retarded. In fact, some of them are so desperate for a baby that they'll pay for my living expenses and my medical expenses until the baby arrives.
Amy, this will ruin everything. What about college?
Bobby, what are my plans compared to a human life? According to a chart I saw, my baby already has little tiny arms and legs, and a heart and a brain. What if I killed a baby who would have turned out to be a Heisman Trophy winner or a world-class musician?
Well, if it was my pregnancy, I would take care of it.
Take care of it?
Yes.
That's another cliché. But it's never that simple. Did you know that some babies survive the injection and are born maimed or scared for life?
No, I didn't know that.
Of course, you didn't. If the abortionists told everybody what really happens, nobody'd have an abortion.
Amy, you're not ready to have a baby.
Bobby, it's a human life. One of Psalms of King David says, I knew you when you were in your mother's womb. That mean my teeny tiny baby even has a personality.
I don't know what to say.
I know you don't. The articles I read said that an abortion decision is hardly ever about life and death. This decision comes down to you and me, doesn't it? You're going to make me choose between you and the baby, aren't you?
It's your decision. You know the plans we had.
This is the hardest decision I will ever make.
You're really going to go through with it, aren't you? I mean, you're going to have this baby, aren't you?
I couldn't live with myself knowing that I killed a human life.
Well, if that's the way you want it.
That's not the way I want it, Bobby. That's the way it has to be. I think I knew right away that it would come to this. The only comfort I have is some statistics from the articles I've been reading.
What statistics?
A man without the moral fiber to stick by his woman on a life and death decision probably wouldn't have much of a commitment to their marriage either.
Listen, I have plenty of moral fiber. What's the use in talking to you? You're not listening. I've got to go. It's been. Have a good life.
We will.
Play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use. Do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances. You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement, based on a play by Bob Snook.